By hiking interest rates, the Bank of Canada has slowed the economy by making the cost of borrowing more expensive, which in turn takes a bite out of demand, which cools inflation. The big question is, will the economy see a rough landing with economic turbulence, or a so-called soft landing with a smoother outcome? Well, it depends on who you ask.
Maybe we get one negative quarter, a positive quarter. I'd probably characterize that as a bumpy landing. It's not quite soft, not quite the hard landing, but certainly not a great outcome.
Many economy watchers say the strength of our labor market will act as a buffer, even if the U.S., our biggest trading partner, falls into a recession.
Our base case forecast continues to be for a relatively mild recession in Canada in 2023.
We expect to see the Canadian economy enter a mild recession.
Capital Economics says robust immigration, with more newcomers spending, bolstering the economy, may save the day. So spending per person may fall, but overall spending would stay the same or even climb.
The only thing in my mind that could rescue Canada this year would be sort of the immigration point. Maybe immigration just remains exceptionally strong.
Trouble in the American banking sector has many investors and lawmakers on edge. And this week's surprise production cut by the OPEC Plus cartel of oil-producing nations is expected to drive global oil prices higher. Industry experts say we could be in for $100 a barrel oil, which can be a boost to Canada's energy sector. High commodity prices have, in the past, kept the Canadian economy afloat, even as other peer nations saw their economies tank. But what happens next is anybody's guess.
Way back in 2008, just on the eve of the global financial crisis, there were still economists suggesting that the US would avoid a recession. And then obviously it ended up being one of the deepest recessions since the Great Depression.
Anne Gaviola, Global News, Toronto.